people were under the belief and the bias that they could actually take me down and like destroy my life and kill me without anyone noticing. And that is a temptation that no one, including Kait, could deny. You want to own that, Kait?
Yeah.
Kait literally tried to kill me, like in real life, attempted murder. We let it go. Not even shitting you. And we moved on. So, and why am I doing that? Because I didn't realize my value as a human being. I did not realize the temptation other people had of taking over my life and stealing my clout and my platform and my traffic and my brain. And
so, with the manipulation stuff, I looked up Stockholm Syndrome this morning, and a lot of what it said about Stockholm Syndrome, a lot of what I said about a lot of the things that I have done with Jimmy fit the bill for me being a perpetrator of Stockholm. And
the story was literally the opposite of what people were painting it to be. That's the perfect way to keep you distracted. Make the 90-pound girl the victim. Nope. I know I'm a big dude, but I had much bigger dudes holding me down while Kait punched me in the gut. It took about 100 punches to get me, but... And why am I still here with her? A little bit of Stockholm, a little bit of love. And I'm the one that gets to laugh at that. Guys, I know what I'm doing. I know how to work my way through this, and I'm not giving up on her. How's your girlfriend doing? She's pushing through. She's doing all right, I hope. She breathing? She's breathing. She's doing good. She is tempted by an overwhelming bias.
Fuck your biases. Fuck your biases.
And she is also terrified of going to jail for what she did to me. I have the say whether or not she does. And I say no, as long as she chooses to be a better person. I'm literally not even me. Most of you who are new have no idea. I was actually bright in real life. Caitlin watched it happen real time. She also was one of the people who did it. And she's here to talk to you about that today, kids. Hey, it's okay. It's over. Why am I making a joke about it? I'm the victim. I can make a joke about it. Look at me.
Yeah.
They don't care. You didn't mean to do it. What? We're getting over it. Yeah. Yeah, because you're worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because I know you.
Yeah.
And you're not defined by where things started out. Neither is any other person I've had in my life long term. Something, like, inherently wrong with me that I just can't get over. Years and years of constant battery, you know, mental and emotional battery that I can't get over it like that when she lies. You know, it's like...
We'll have a conversation for a good, like, I don't know.
Now notice you're about to leverage this for yourself. Do you hear how I just threw myself under the bus?
And
You're about to jump into that. You're about to tell my story.
Okay.
Do you remember how you know who has done that?
Yeah.
To you?
Yeah.
So, this broadcast is about me. Caitlin and I are sitting here and she's asking me questions about me. And like she's been getting to know me because I've spent the last year and a half getting to know her. And she hasn't really gotten to know me all that much. So now Caitlin's getting to know me. Oh, and anybody asking about Kait will get blocked too, because it's none of your goddamn business. And I will say that in a rude way, because I have been hurt severely. And if you want to take offense to that, well, guess what? Then I guess you're the snowflake now. Make the conversation multifaceted. Good morning.
For a new food that you've never tried, what is the most important thing to you? How it smells, how it tastes, how it looks?
Now, before we move forward to help you build into reality, do you now see that this is an extension of reality?
Yes.
You didn't before. I did.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you that. You were raised in this. Okay. To help you better understand me. As I grew up, when my younger brother did something wrong, it was on me. When my older brother did something wrong, it was on me. When my own mother would do something wrong, it was on me. All right? And it's just, and Archie, you're getting to know me, right? You want me to open up. And now you're getting that. It seems unfair to you that I do that on screen. I can do that on screen. I can do, right? You see me doing this on screen. I can see you're angry and you're jealous that I'm opening up on screen. But like, I literally can't even do this when we shut the camera off. And they've tried to bury me and make me look like I was the one entitled so that the word wouldn't get out that Gen X is being very irresponsible with their children. That's a fact that they are. So I'm going to say to you, Gen Xers, it's very important that you start listening to us millennials about what to do with your grandchildren. Trust me. All right? Because there are kids. There are kids, you might say. Now, Kate, you do see me enjoying myself, but I'm 8 comments away. Be patient with me. We're going to get back to our conversation. See, all right? But this isn't me coming down on you.
No.
It's me feeling guilty because I care about you. And I feel bad. I feel bad that I can't just communicate with you. But you have seen that I quite literally don't have the ability to.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but I will get there. But at the same time, I have to work. And part of keeping me responsible is being on screen. It helps keep me responsible with the way that I talk to you. Because sometimes I'll talk to you in a way that's not appropriate. Heteroskeletal, welcome to the party. All right. It's all you.
Okay.
I'm here.
So I have been engaging in a lot of very manipulative tendencies. Lying is the main one for me. Even if they seem like little lies lead to bigger lies. And those lies are often, sometimes they're what you would most people would consider innocent, even if they're not. There are things that I think aren't such a big deal, and then I realize are a much bigger deal than I thought. Because to me, it's just a little white lie. Little white lies are not always just little white lies. They can actually be pretty big, especially when the person that you're lying to has trust issues. One little lie can mean the end of the world. So, with me, not being honest is really, really not great. And obviously, Jimmy has a lot of trust issues because of how many people have broken his trust over the years.
And I don't want to admit that I have trust issues. I know I just interrupted you. Is that okay? May
I?
I?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
You're welcome.
for allowing me to interrupt you over and over as I get through my issues. And guess what?
What?
It's wrong for me to interrupt. So you continue, and I will have to grow the discipline to remember my thought and let it out when you're done. And stop making excuses for why I don't have a memory anymore. Other people may have done it to me, but I'm going to have to work on that.
So, I am working on being more honest. So with that lying comes manipulation, and a lot of that manipulation, some of it goes into
It's okay. There ain't judging you. We all do it. We all do it. Even I do it. Even I do it. You handle mine better than I handle yours. You're willing to be more patient with me. She's willing to be more patient with me than she should technically have to be if it were an even situation. You get very upset that it's not. Yeah. But it's not. It can be hard to, it's not. I've been through a lot more.
Yeah.
What we're talking about here is that I'm not willing to put up with people lying to me anymore, and that includes Kait, even little lies, because that's part of what got me into that mess and just got me in such a bad place, is I would let people lie to me, and I knew they were lying. And I'm not going to trust somebody who lies to me.
That's something I do every day. I bulldoze. He'll be talking, and I will start talking over him to justify myself or to try to get the conversation to go the way that I want it to go, whether I want it to go quicker and just end, or I want the conversation to go my way, or I want, I want to just whatever.
Out. And the next question is where to go next, because Caitlin and I may not be separating at the end of the month. And please know that as far as Kait goes, whatever happens to Kait or whatever Kait chooses is on Kait. This is really hard. A lot of people have tried to pressure me into the belief that I am responsible for another adult human life, which is insane. Hold me responsible for other full-grown middle-aged adults. And I was tricked into believing that that was true, in so much as I was taking responsibility for a 43-year-old man. Quite literally, Caitlin and I were his parents for a time, and we were completely abused and pitted against each other, and it caused us trauma that we have now worked through a lot. There's still some stuff to work through, but as far as Caitlin and I go, we may have to go our separate ways in order to live our life. But what I will say is Caitlin is responsible for her own life. You guys know that. I'm responsible for my own life. And Caitlin got herself into this situation. But at the same time, I can't have Caitlin come along and use me to get her way and to con me, ironically, into getting her way. But for a very long time, she was rewarded and got away with some very negative behavior. She essentially scammed me out of 15 grand because, I thought it was a relationship and we're loving this and that. And she confessed to me that, it had a lot more to do with getting what she wanted than it really did the relationship at all. She's very angry with her parents. And that is my story to tell, because I've been scammed out of 15 grand. And then I was turned around and told that I scammed someone else. It doesn't have to be a scam. If Caitlin continues to decide to make healthier choices, then that's not scamming me, right? So for me personally, the person that did help me, I always had positive intentions with. I tried to be a friend to, and I was continually, and this isn't Kait, but I was continually sabotaged. And every time I started to get forward, that person would ensure, along with a couple other people, to make sure I could not get forward, which then made it look like I was scamming, and I wasn't. And then when push came to shove, which is now, makes me wonder if it was from the start, is now that I'm getting ahead, now he pulls out and tries to bait me to get me upset, which I got upset, and then to say that I scammed him, right? Because it's a perfect way to try and admonish guilt and pretend like he wasn't trying to sexually pressure me and then rape me. Which is essentially what he tried to do. And then bait me into, reacting. So now that I'm free of that, I'm going to move forward from this insane situation and these insane people. Caitlin is not one of these insane people. I know that. She engaged in some insane behavior that turned her into a criminal, and she doesn't have to be moving forward, because criminal it's like you're given a plaque, right? It's like a frame. Do you want to fit in that frame? It's up to you whether or not you stay in that frame. There's a lot of people who try to put me in that frame. I never fit in it, thank God, and I will not accept it, and I will not move into that realm. It doesn't mean that I haven't done some things wrong. Absolutely. We all make mistakes. And one of them was very unforgivable, and it happened with Kate. But it's her decision whether or not to forgive me, and she did. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and like let guilt push me to keep Kate in my life for the rest of my life, and let that, drive me, that I'm sold into another frame. Well, here, now you owe this to her. I don't. I owe her an apology, because most of the almost 2 years that we had together was me giving to her, while she continued to essentially crap on me and be angry because she either didn't like the way that I talked or whatever it was. And it's awesome. And it doesn't have to end on a bad note. It doesn't necessarily even have to end. It's just, I'm laying the groundwork. I'm saying things how they are for however they do move forward. As usual, I've learned my lesson to let people know the story without, telling my story. So there's my side of the story. There's the story, actually. And a lot of people who have been obsessed with my life, which is also something that Caitlin has confessed to and told me honestly, is that she has an obsession with me. She has had an obsession. And that obsession, I think, has a lot more to do with her than it does with me, because the obsession isn't about me. She's not obsessed with me. It's kind of like, if anyone knows, it's a self-obsession where it's used to run away from things. But now she's getting better, and it's really, really good. So it's called freedom of speech. I was taught how to use it by my haters and by my fans, and I've learned to voice what's going on, no matter who will try to attack me for it. It's how it is. It's an abuser, a scammer, and a couple of other things. Kate is not eating. Oh, she's eating beans. And before anyone asks, why isn't Kate eating more? Because Kate's in control of her own diet, and she can do as she pleases. She chooses not to eat much. That's her choice. Guys, I am emotionally distraught. I got my own crap, but I'm smart enough to shove food down my face to make sure that I'm healthy. Caitlin, oftentimes in a version of defiance, will not eat in order to make me feel guilty. I shit you. Kate, come on. Done it plenty. What, because they heard it first? Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Hi, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, baby. Do you have an ability to not make me look bad?
You just,
Baby.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it to them before you said it to me. You ask for humble pie, you get fed humble pie. And then we both have humble pie. I love you too. I love you too. But am I just supposed to say it first because I'm the man? That doesn't sound like equality. Just because I've forgotten, I have everything on my plate. But I'm going to rein you out for it? No. I'm going to say happy Valentine's Day, baby. I love you. We're going to learn to love each other better every day. Ready? Okay. Okay, careful. It's going to hurt a little bit. All right, you'll get a little bit in there. We've been there already. Let's not go back. But I have to talk about it. This is what I do. You want to be here? It's a requirement. People can crap on me all day long for this. That's fine. Let them think what they want. But I have to let it out.